Does anybody care 100% about you? No. Nobody cares 100% about you. Nobody's going to be there no matter what. If your mind got fucked up and you spent the next 10 years not making progress, not making money, not, who would be there? Nobody would be there. Not a soul. Aside from you. You would be the only person that would pull you out of that situation. But you choose to ignore it, as I chose to ignore it. And you choose to ignore it because it's too much responsibility. It feels too much. It feels like everything rides on your back. Because it does. Because as I said, at the end of the day, nobody is coming to save you. Relationships are mutually beneficial. There's a time frame for that, of course. It's not like you go to the store and you get an item and you pay, you get the item at the same moment. Because, of course, in a relationship you might put in work for 6 months and then the other person puts in work for 6 months. The time frame is different, but still there's a time frame. There's a time frame in which a transaction of sorts is expected to take place. And if the other person stops believing that you're going to follow through with your part of the deal, it is done. Or if the other person believes that the deal is not good, it's done. Or even if the other person just loses his shit, he becomes overridden by fear, or he falls into a vice, or he changes his mind, whatever, then there's no deal, you're alone. The only person that has zero time frame, the only person that will never ever go back on his deal, the only person that is 100% invested in you winning, invested in you not fucking dying, invested in you not being miserable, is yourself, nobody else. You are the only person you can count on. No friend, no family member, no girlfriend, nobody is coming to save you. If you don't take full control, it's all going to shit. Who do you think is going to start waking you up at 5 a.m. in the morning so you can stop being a TikTok-brained monkey and you can start doing some work? Who's going to hold your hand as you quit all your vices? Who's going to get you to the gym? Who's going to get you a girlfriend? Who's going to get you the money? Who's going to get you the mental toughness? Nobody's going to do it. Nobody cares enough. And it is 100% normal. There is nobody that is coming to save you. There is nobody that is invested in truly making your life better other than you. But that is so much responsibility, at least before it clicks for you. It is too much, you avoid it. You try to find it in other people, you try to find it in situation, mentors, this, that, the other. There is nobody that gives a fuck. It's all a transaction. You can get the best mentor in the world, you are paying. And good, you should be paying. You should be paying a lot of money. But were you not paying, even if that person likes you, after a while he would say, man, I got my own life. Same holds true with your friends. You can't be the best friends in the world. If you get addicted to dope, yeah, he will try to help you. But after a while he will say, yeah man, fuck off, I've got my own shit. Your your girlfriend is going to do the same. Even your family is going to do the same. But the only person that is not going to do that, the only person that does not think like that, because your lives are truly interlinked, and he has no future if you don't have a future, is yourself. It's the motherfucker you see in the mirror every fucking day. And you discount him. You don't even see him as a person, you see him as something that just is there. He's there every day for you. Every day. You are too much of a bitch to make that commitment. To look at him in the eyes in the mirror and tell him, yeah, I'm going to do anything for you. Anything. No matter what happens, I'm here. No matter what. We're going to jail, or we're going to get fucking captured by pirates. Who gives a fuck? I'm going to be there, you're going to be there, we'll make it through. No matter what. I could get handicapped tomorrow, a car might hit me, and the only part of me that still works is my brain. I'm still not giving up, I don't give a fuck. I'm not giving up ever. Ever. No matter the circumstances, I'm not giving up. Not only I'm not giving up, I'm always going to do my best for me. Every time. No matter how tired I am, no matter how much feelings are involved, how much everything is collapsing on me, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on myself. I'm not going to go to sleep. I'm not going to avoid the problem. I'm not going to say, oh, tomorrow. Fuck that. It's you. You are the only person you got. The only person that's going to go through all that shit so you can have a better life. And you know what? If you're going to do all that, if I'm going to do all that for myself, then why not trust myself? Why? Maybe because in the past you fucked up. I fucked up. But mostly because it feels like too much of a responsibility. To be 100% responsible for what happens to you. To know that you are the only person that got your back. But I remember how happy I was when I believed for a brief moment that other people had my back 100%. I was ecstatic. It was what I always wanted. Like one true friend. One, not many. And every time I thought I had it, I was so happy. I felt I could conquer the world. And after the last one fell through, I was devastated. It was when I felt that fear the most. It was when I walked out on the street and I was so alerted all the time, like everybody, I would look them in the eyes. I was about to fight everybody because I was scared. Because I thought I was all alone. But I was not alone. Because I had myself. And I knew that myself, I now know that myself will do anything for me, no matter what it is. You better not stand in its way. And that holds true for you too. Only if you make that commitment. Only if you make the commitment that you will do whatever it takes. No more bullshit 1% better every day. No more I'll play just a bit of video games. No more just one blunt before I go to sleep. No more I will eat pretty much a good diet but not 100%. No more I will work a bit on my business. No more of that shit. No more of that shit. No more of that shit. no more. It's do or die, motherfucker. You're the only person that has your back. So what do you tell yourself when you say, oh, I will try a bit, but I don't know, I also want to chill? Imagine having a friend and you want to start a business together so you can escape being a fucking wage slave for life and escape having... I will not get into my conspiracy theories here, but imagine having one friend and you tell him, yeah, we're going to make it out of this shit. We're going to start a business and we're going to work hard and train hard and we're going to be unkillable motherfuckers. And he tells you, yeah, but like we can do a bit of that, but we should also just eat out from time to time. And I mean, I want to chill and watch a bit of TV here and there. And you know, jacking off, it's not that bad for you, like a couple of times a week just to get the pressure off. And sometimes I am too sore to go to the gym, or too tired to go train and fight, or too tired to put in a couple of extra hours in the business. Would you go to sleep easily if you had your best friend, the person that is supposed to have your back, speak like that? Would you... I can't go to sleep like that. I can't. I would fight that motherfucker. I would fight him until he left or he changed. But I couldn't live like that. I couldn't live one more day like that. And that is why all the partnerships fell through, because everybody is fucking soft. But what I was failing to realize is that I was soft with myself also. So how could I expect everybody else to be a killer if I'm not a killer? Of course you can't. You cannot have in your life what you are not. You cannot attract people in your life with qualities you don't have, you do not possess. And good, to that I say good, because if I hadn't gone through all that frustration and sadness about people not living up to my standards, I would have never realized that I was not living up to my standards. Now though, I'm not missing 1%. There will be no part where I slack off. Not one thing I could do, not one chance I could take, not one moment I could give 1% more that I don't. Why? Because there's nobody else coming. Nobody. It's you, and it's you alone. Let's say you are in a shipwreck. You are in the middle of the ocean, alone, on a wooden board, or alone at sea, without anything. You have to swim to shore. That's the only chance you got. The only chance you got at survival. Would you stop midway your journey just to relax a bit? Would you stop midway to just chill? It's been a long day. I would like to have a bit of a break. What? You're going to die in the fucking sea? Like a bitch? There's nobody coming. There's no rescue boat, no rescue crew, nobody. You alone in the sea. Are you stopping? Are you taking a break? Or maybe a mental health check? No. You just swim until you reach the fucking shore. The moment I realized that I'm all alone, and the moment I looked myself in the mirror, looked myself in the eyes and I made the commitment that I will never stop. I will never give up. I will never give up on myself. I will never stop. I will always have my back. There's not a chance in the world that I go to sleep leaving myself open to problems I could have prevented. The moment I realized that, all fear went away. Not because there was no more danger out in the world, but because I knew that my best chances were already there. My number one ally had my back. I was looking forward, he was looking backwards. Nobody's coming for my back. My back is covered. It's covered 100%. There is no chance I go to sleep. There is no chance I don't wake up. There is no chance I don't hit the gym. There is no chance I don't do exactly what I need to do to ensure that I'm not going to fail. Not one chance. You could get the best push in the world. You could get the best drugs. You could get the best experience. I'm not fucking blinking. I'm not blinking. I am not fucking blinking. I don't care. If you are a person like me and you always wanted your back covered, you always wanted that ride or die friend that you're going to conquer the world with, you don't have to search anymore. Because that friend is you. That friend is already here. You just have been ignoring it all along, because you knew that when you made that commitment, there was nobody to blame if you fucked up. Because now that you know, if you fuck up, if you mess your life up, not because of external circumstances, but because you just did not put in 100%, because you chose to turn a blind eye so you can enjoy life a bit, then you will forever know that it is your fault. You will forever know that it is your fault, and there will be nothing you can do to avoid it. But you don't really want to avoid it, if we're being honest. It feels like that sometimes. But truly you don't, because truly that's your only chance, your only choice in life. It's either you have your back or nobody has your back. And yeah, you're going to feel like shit. You're going to feel like shit if you fail yourself. But what's the alternative? Nobody's coming. Nobody. There's no rescue crew, there's no team, there's no nothing. The only team you got is you and yourself. So what do you do now? Well, you have to start to trust yourself. And in order to trust yourself and build that commitment, first of all, you have to start with the commitment itself. You have to commit 100% that you will always and forever have your back. Meaning that if you believe that something is important, if you believe that going to the gym is important, if you believe that dropping out of school is important, if you believe that making that business, working those extra hours, setting a tight routine, waking up early, not tolerating XYZ people in your life, not being addicted to XYZ vices, etc. When you get an inkling of a feeling that is important, you have to ignore all your desire to slack off, all your desire for that vice. Why? Because you have your back 100%. When you have your back 100%, you cannot take chances. I know what kind of person you are. If you had a friend and you knew that tonight he might get into trouble, he owes some money, whatever, some people are going to try and get him, would you tell him, yeah, man, I'm leaving the house, I'm going out with my girlfriend, I'm going to get a bit drunk. You might not be able to reach me on the phone, but 99 out of 100%, you're not going to get into trouble today, so who cares? No, you're not that kind of person. So why be that kind of person with yourself? Why say, I'm going to relax a bit at the end of the day, even though there's a bit more work to be done? It's not too much work. It's just a couple of hours of relaxing after a full day of actually pressing. You don't do that. You don't leave, not a door, you don't leave a window open. You don't leave anything to chance, because it is the most important thing in the world. It is you. It is your life. You don't leave anything to chance. You don't do enough so you have a good chance at winning. You do anything necessary to exclude the possibility of losing. You do anything necessary to ensure success, to ensure the best chances in the world. Nothing left to chance. No stone left unturned. Not one single thing you could have done that you did not do. Because every time you don't do something, every time you leave one rep in the tank, every time you choose to stay in your comfort zone and not press a tiny bit more, every time like that you betray yourself. Even though it might not be major, even though it might not be a game changer, which probably it is, but even if it is not, you betray yourself. You leave something to chance. The most important person in the world, you say, my effort was good enough. There is no good enough. What kind of friend would say, it's good enough? Fuck that. There's no good enough. It's best or nothing. It's I did everything possible, or who cares? So what you do is you make that commitment. And the way to recognize all these scenarios is just to use your goddamn brain. When it's 5 a.m. and you just decided to start waking up early, and you get all those thoughts that tell you, man, we slept like 3 hours. What is best for you is to catch some more sleep so you can have a better hormonal profile and perform better throughout the day. Do you know what you say to that motherfucker? You say, fuck off. Get out of my face. I don't want to hear it. I do not care. Yesterday I made a conscious decision that the best chances I have is to create a tight routine like that. I'm going to get up no matter what. I do not care. I do not care how much you try to convince me. I do not care about your arguments. I made a decision. I'm going to follow through with it. Because you know who you made that decision with, who you made that pact with. You made that pact to yourself. What's going to happen when you start breaking your word to yourself? Bunch of bad things. But most of all, you're going to have zero trust with yourself. Even though at the moment the arguments might seem good, even though when it's the end of the day and you've put in 12 hours of work, 12 solid hours of work, you are tempted to eat that fucking cookie and cheat just a tiny bit on your diet. It's like 100 calories of sugar and processed junk. It's not that big of a deal. I eat 4,000 calories a day. Do you know how many sweets, how many cheats, how much processed food I eat? Zero, precisely zero. You know why? Because I don't cheat on myself. Not because, I'm not going to be, not because I'm going to get like 1 gram of fat extra or a tiny bit of brain fog in the morning. No. Just because I'm not going to compromise one bit on myself. Because if I compromise one bit, who is not going to compromise? Everybody's going to compromise. I'm going to compromise too. Then I'm fucked up. Then there's no chance I win. Zero chance. Not a window open, a fucking door is open for the barbarians to come in. You have to have your back 100%. Every time you get a tiny impulse to cheat, just a tiny bit on yourself, you tell that impulse to fuck off, because you don't, because it is yourself, because you are your number one ally. You never turn your back on yourself. Never, ever, ever. No matter the temptation, no matter how hot the bitch is, no matter how good quality the drugs are, no matter what kind of experience. No, it's me. I just don't, ever. That's the commitment you're going to make to yourself, and you will always know what the correct decision is. Always. You're going to get that higher self instinct at the back of your mind that's going to tell you, yeah, it does sound good. That part is going to be dope. You're going to have a lot of fun, but it is not the right choice. You might get all the logical arguments that it's once in a blue moon, who cares, fuck that noise. Does it give me my best chances at getting what I want? No, then fuck that noise. I don't want it. I do not want it. Good luck.